Good evening, welcome to Hospital Ball Field for the Sunnyside Diner Game of the Week. It's Pee Wee B baseball action as the Lachine A's take on the Kahnawake Warhawks. It's 4-3, the Warhawks, having won 2 straight, taking on the Lachine A's, who are 1-5 on the campaign. Lachine and Kahnawake played a couple of weeks back. Kahnawake down 7 runs in that game, coming back to win 15-13. And you know, revenge is on the mind for the A's as we take a look at the Warhawks defensively, starting Kahnawake Sabrera behind the plate, Ryder McCumber at third, Jersey Jacobs at short, Carmen Stacy over at second, over at first is Roy Lahash, Caleb McCumber's in right, Wahyogo Spova in center, and over in left field is Lily McCumber. And stepping in to pitch, Onyetaze James Day wearing number 8, and he'll face a lineup which features Jackson Mills, Isaac Blandet, and Nicholas Bahiat-Jotov to kick things off. As play ball has been signaled and we are underway. There's a first pitch missing away for ball 1. Kahnawake, a 13-2 Mercy Rule win over Verdun earlier this week, and there's going to be a lot of baseball coming up over the next few weeks due to the delays. And that sails up high and a little inside for ball 2 on Jackson Mills. 2-0 the count. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 1, and there's first strike for James Day, Onyetaze James Day. This game brought to you by Sunnyside Diner. Open Monday to Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also Friday or Thursday through Sunday from 7 a.m. right up until 9 p.m. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count here. And don't forget, we're back to Pee Wee B here, so there's no stealing home. That's skied into shallow left. That drops, and that'll be a base hit. Mills rounds first, takes the turn, heading to second. He's going to be held up at first, and it's a leadoff single for Mills. And in steps Isaac Blandet, wearing 23 in green. And Kahnawake Sabrera assuming that he's going to get his workout now with the runner on first, and he watches ball 1 bounce in the dirt, retrieves it nicely. Mills on first. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. The pitch. That's right down Broadway, strike 1. And an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's upstairs, and it's a 2-1 count. Nicholas Bahiat-Jotov on deck. Here's the 2-1. In the dirt, gets away, and they're going to send Mills over to second. And he's going to get in there. And Stacy will say hello to Mills at second, and it's a 3-1 count. Open base over at first now. Here's the pitch from Day. That's ball 4, and 2 runners aboard to lead things off. And the number 3 hitter, Nicholas Bahiat-Jotov, stepping into bat. 2 runners aboard, top of the first. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. Mills holds his ground at second. Seda plays at third. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs and away. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Warhawks 4-3 on the year. The only team from Kahnawake not named the U9Bs to be above 500 this year. It's been a bit of a struggle as ball 2 misses. It's 2-1 the count. Of course, with the 3 regional champions last year.
Yeah, guys, look, they're filming.
The 3 regional champions last year, all 3 of those leagues had to move up. And there's ball 3, sorry. All 3 of those teams had to move up in the leagues, and they're playing A. The U15 A's, U18's playing A's as well. They actually got a win however, on the resume, as it's smacked off the edge of the bat to second. They're going to throw to third. It gets over the head of the third baseman, Ryder McCumber. Gets to the backstop. They're going to throw home. Here's a throw. 1 run scores, and now they're going to send a runner to third. Abrera picks it up. And that's not how you draw things up, but a run does score for the A's, and it's 1-0 Lachine.
Lucas, our new bat boy today.
And the cleanup hitter steps into bat, Elliot Boulay. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. Inside for ball 1. That's upstairs and away. Two-0 count here, 1-0 Lachine in the top of the first. Off the edge of the bat and fouled. 2-1 count. One nothing Lachine. Here's the pitch from Day. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Alexandra Hernandez on deck for the A's. The 2-2 count. That's in the dirt, and we've got a full count here, 3-2. 1-0 Lachine on top here in the top of the first inning. Nobody out, 2 runners in scoring position. The full count. That sails over the strike zone, but not in it. And instead, it's a bit now. Bases are loaded for the A's. They say any base, but if you can get home, that's obviously much preferred. So here's Boulay stepping in the bat.
All you, Roy. All you.
Skied, and that's going to come right back at us.
That's yours.
Good catch in the front row by Justin Stacy. He hasn't caught a ball like that in 20 years, I don't think. As ball 1 goes inside here, we got an even count. 1-1, bases loaded. That's the father of Carmen. Bases loaded for Lachine. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. They say that the hardest out to get is the first and the final. Out number 2 just comes naturally. The 1-2 pitch from Day. That's outside, and it's an even count, 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 3. And a huge first out for Onyedikaze James Day. That's a great location. You can tell even the umpire was somewhat hesitant there. It's not a direct call. A tough pitch to swing at as well. Skied in the air to shallow left field. That'll drop. And they're going to throw home. And it's 2-0 on an infield hit. So Mateo Mirabella with the bloop single, and the A's lead at 2-0 and still have the bases loaded with 1 out. Upstairs, 1-0 the count. Alexandros Giazian stepping into bat here. It's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0 the count. 2-0, 1 out. Sacks drunk here in the top of the first. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-0 offering. And it's 3 balls, no strikes. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's a check swing. He did not go around. And that is an RBI walk for Dratsian, 3-0 Lachine. And the bases are still loaded for the A's here in the top of the first for Blake Chan. Don't forget how the Warhawks game against Lachine started the last time. The A's were up 5-0 after the first, up 9-2 after the second. And then the Warhawks bats and defense came to life. One 0 count. Here's the pitch. Over the strike zone, but not in it. 2-0 the count. Noah Shayu on deck. And that misses away, and we've got a 3-0 count. Runners can't advance. And the Warhawks, looking back at this inning, had at least 2 sure outs that I know their coach Jesse Lahash will relay to them. The 3-0. Hit on a rope to left. That's going to drop in front of the left fielder, McCumber. Throw to Ryder. McCumber at third will get away, and the 5th run will come across. And it is a 5 spot. And out number 2. Or no, not even. But that's 5.
Come on!
That should be 5 right there. That's 5 runs. All right. Well, a good start for Lachine. The Warhawks are going to have to come from the 8 ball again against the A's. Lachine 5, Warhawks coming up the bat in the bottom of the first. We're back at the Hospital Ball Field. Sunnyside Diner game of the week, bottom of the first inning. Lachine A's 5, U13B Warhawks coming up to bat here, sending up a lineup which will feature Caleb McCumber at the top, followed by Jersey Jacobs and Roy Lahash. They're facing Blake Chan, who's in at pitcher. And he'll be pitching to, as this ball 1, Nicholas Manya Jotov. Alexandra Hernandez at first. Jackson Mills at second. Elliot Boulay over at short. And at third is Alexandros Dratsian. Here's the 1-0 to Caleb McCumber. Check swing, and he hits this one on the rope, and it gets through to the outfield. McCumber takes his turn, and he'll hold up at first. And first pitch swinging, or second pitch swinging, a leadoff single for Caleb McCumber. So a leadoff base hit, and here comes Jersey Jacobs. Stepping into bat, the 3rd-year player. Runner on first, nobody out here for the Warhawks in the bottom of the first inning, trying to get the rally caps on and come back from a 5-0 deficit. In the dirt, runner's going, and Caleb got a really good jump. And he's not going to go to third, he's going to stay at second. So now the Warhawks have a runner in scoring position. It's the 1-0 pitch to Jacobs. Ball 2, 1 hops the catcher. And Manayotov knocks it down, 2-0 the count. McCumber holds his place over at second. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Jersey pops one up at the shallow left. That hangs foul and will land indeed in foul territory. 2-1 the count. That kind of jabbed him. He just got it right off the front end of the bat. Pitcher's a little inside, right on that corner. That was a really good location by Chan. It's a 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 3-1 the count.
Good eye, Gers, good eye.
Roy Lahash, the number 3 hitter, is on deck. Foul, then now we've got a full count, 3-2, and Jacobs looking up into the sky, almost knowing that he just missed that. Just barely missed it. Full count now on Jacobs.
Come on, Jersey.
Here's the pitch. He hits the one on a rope to third. It gets through to the outfield. McCumber will hold that third. Jacobs gets the first, and the Warhawks have runners on the corners here to start the bottom of the first inning. And here comes Roy Lahash, the number 3 hitter. The lefty. Lefty on righty matchup here. And the shift is on for the A's. And he skies this one into the shallow center. Caught at second.
Good eye, Gers, good eye.
Both runners stay. And it's just a pop out, one down here in the bottom of the first inning with 2 runners aboard for Ryder McCumber, number 16. Another lefty stepping into bat. And Lahash just got under this one. One down. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0 the count on Ryder McCumber with Onyedazi James Day on deck. 5-0 Lachine. Warhawks with 2 runners aboard and 1 out. The pitch. Swung on and missed. And Jacobs is going to go for it. And he'll get there. So 2 runners in scoring position. That will take away the double play possibility. So no second to first combination available here if this one's hit on the ground. 1-1 on Ryder McCumber. Here's the pitch. Ryder lays off the outside stuff, 2-1 the count. Coming up on Sunday, we'll have junior baseball for you as the Junior A Warhawks take on the Laval Titans, or the Laval Gaulois, sorry. We'll have that for you starting at 5 o'clock. Here's Chan's pitch. Swung on and missed. And an even count, 2-2. Good cut by Ryder. But is a little upstairs, though, in the strike zone. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And he hits this one on the bouncer and foul. Good job by Ryder McCumber to force another pitch to come up here from Chan. This will be pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Warhawks have been swinging early in the count. It's the longest at-bat thus far. And it ends now as McCumber misses swinging, and there are 2 down for Onyedazi James Day. And the shift is on once again for Lachine, but there's a big gap between left and center if this one goes outside, and Day does a good job of laying off some high stuff. Sungwai Rakwani Sabrera on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a late swing, and he swings over the top of it. 1-1 the count. This game brought to you by Sunnyside Diner. 1-1 count. And another late swing, and Day swings over the top. 1-2 the count. And Chan is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam without surrendering a run. The 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. That'll force the runner back to throw to Hernandez. She dropped it. And no, she retrieved it. In time. It was bobbled, but they retrieved it in time, and the Warhawks put 2 runners on to start and go away empty-handed as we head to the top of the second. Lachine 5, Kahnawake no score. We welcome you back to the Hospital Ball Field, top of the second inning. This game brought to you by Sunnyside Diner. We have a new pitcher in the game. Onyadaze James Day has come out, and Carmen Stacy has come in to pitch. Day takes her original position at second. Jacob stays at short. Ryder McCumber at third. Roy Lahash over at first. Lily McCumber has switched with Caleb McCumber. Caleb's in left, and Lily McCumber has moved to right field. Bova stays in center. Abrera stays behind the plate. And here we go at the top of the second inning. Noah Shayu coming in. Takes ball 1 in the dirt. Shayu, Marcelli, and Jackson Mills, the 3 who will be coming up to bat in this top of the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch coming up from Carmen Stacy. Ball 1 was in the dirt. We'll see if she got her arm ready for this one. Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs and outside. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's now 3-0 on Shayu. And that one hops the bag, and it's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the top of the second for Noah Shayu. So here's Luca Marcelli. Again, with the 5-run difference, there's no stealing here, so you can miss as many times as you like if you're a pitcher, but obviously it's not what you want. And there's a high pitch, and then Marcelli decides to go for it. He gets it off the edge of the bat. It goes foul, and that's strike 1.
Isaac, you're next.
His third base coach telling him to lay off of that stuff. Here's the 0-1 to Marcelli. That's outside and away for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 2-1. And a nice pitch. Fouled back, and we've got an even count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heard assistant coach Wesley Charles saying right there, that was the one. Here's a 2-2 count on number 22. The pitch. That misses the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Day and Jacobs at second and short, respectively. Ryder McCumber at third, Roy Lahash at first. Getting ready for some action. The 3-2. That's upstairs, and it's a walk issued to Marcelli, so he comes back.
Luca!
And in steps Mills, who is 1 for 1 with the run scored, a steal, and a single. 2 runners aboard to start this top of the second for Lachine. Swinging and missing is Mills, strike one. Little ahead of that pitch. Good little change up there from Carmen Stacy. Not really throwing heat on that one. Instead, that off-speed pitch will get even the best hitters. Here's the 0-1. That falls flat. Runners are going. But wait, it's a. I guess you could steal when you're up 5 now. I didn't know that. 5-0. And now we got a little conference and both runners are going back.
No stealing.
So it's a 5-0 lead. The Warhawks did not score a run in the last inning. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 2, and it's a 1-2 count on Mills. Stacy trying to get a big first out. Here's the 1-2 offering. And it's going to one-hop the bag and go to the backstop. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's low. Full count. Oh. Jesse Lahash telling his pitcher, if you do the same kind of pitch, you might get the call. That was really close. The full count. Off the edge of the bat, and it rolls foul. So they'll have to redo it. 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that will miss, and it's a 7-pitch walk. And the A's have loaded the bases here in the top of the 2nd. Isaac Blandit, no official at-bats. He has walked and scored a run. And 3 walks to start the top of the 2nd inning. A 6-pitch walk, a 7-pitch walk, and an 8-pitch walk. So they've been really long at-bats as well. That's in there for strike 1. Five 0 A's leading the Warhawks, and Lachine has loaded the bases here in the top of the 2nd. That's in there for strike 2, and it's an 0-2 count. One more like that, and it would be a big first out for Stacy. Here's the 0-2 offering. That'll one-hop the bag and miss, ball 1. Warhawks with only 9 today. Tarakweezerde Stacy's out, as is Arakwayesu Paul. Here's the 1-2. Oh, now here's the 1-2. And look out. Blinded has to come on the other side of the bag to avoid being plunked. 2 ball, 2 strikes. That misses away, and we've got a full count. So Blinded has come back from being down 0-2, and it's now a 3-2 count. That misses inside, and that'll force in a run. First run of the inning for Lachine, 6-0. And here comes Banya Jotov. There's a pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. That misses low, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Six nothing Lachine in the top of the second. They've had 1 run in this inning. That misses away. Oh, that's in there. Strike 2. Late call. 1-2 the count. And Banya Jotov is up against the wall like each of the last 2 Lachine batters have been, but each of the last 2 Lachine batters have come back. Here's the 1-2. Got him! And that is out number 1 of the inning, as Elliot Boulay will step into bat now. Base is still loaded. 1 down here in the top of the second. 6-0 Lachine on top. Swung on and missed, 0-1, and Stacy maybe getting into a little bit of a groove here on the mound. Alexandra Hernandez on deck. Boulay, by the way, has walked and scored. Here's the 0-1. That misses off the outside of the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-0 Lachine on top here in the top of the second. Abrera, Stacy, and Lily McCumber due up the bat in the bottom of the second. But we got a long way to go in between now and then. That one hops the bag and it misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marcelli at third, Mills at second, Blinded at first. 1 down here in the top of the second. That goes right down Broadway, and it's an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stacy trying to get a big second out for the Warhawks. Here's the 2-2 offering.
I mean, to be fair, he made it on the spot.
That misses high, and we've got a full count, 3-2.
No, I said we are going to my mom's in case he made it.
Here's a 3-2. Full count offering. 6th pitch of the at-bat. That's strike 3, 2 down. And in steps Alexandra Hernandez, 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. And the bases were loaded with no outs. The bases still loaded, but 2 strikeouts later. Can Stacy get out of this inning?
Let's go!
Here's the pitch. Hernandez puts this one in play. Fielded. Hernandez can't beat the throw. They got him. Got her, sorry. So Lachine had the bases loaded. They had one run in and then 3 straight outs. A's come away with 1, but you know they wanted more. Warhawks down by 6. Due up next, Abrera, Stacy, Lily McCumber. Welcome back to the Hospital Ball Field. Sunnyside Diner game of the week, bottom of the second. U13 B Warhawks trailing 6-0 to the Lachine A's. In steps the catcher, Sungwai Rakwanis Abrera. Carmen Stacy and Lily McCumber, the other 2 batters who will be coming up for the Warhawks in this inning. And quickly a 2-0 count. Chan just missing his location.
Good, Blake. Dad, still do it.
That misses high, and it's a 3-0 count. Who knows how big of a turnaround that was. Lachine had the bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run in, and then 3 straight outs with nobody advancing. That's ball 4, and Abrera draws a 4-pitch free pass. And with his speed at first base, any pass ball here pretty much could lead in the runner advancing an additional 75 feet as Carmen Stacy, the pitcher, steps into bat here. Runner on first, nobody out. And that one gets back to the backstop, and Abrera's going to get the second standing up. And a runner in scoring position for the Hawks here. Chan winds the 1-0. And a high swing. 1-1 as Stacy swings over the top of this one. It was more like a check swing. Here's the 1-1. Ball misses and Abrera takes off, and he got a real good jump. The throw down to third. He gets in there standing up. Runner on third base, nobody out, and a 2-1 count on Stacy.
Come on, Blake, you got this.
3-1 the count now on Stacy. Lily McCumber on deck, followed by Wahiagos Bova. And then the top of the lineup would come back up afterwards. Here's chance 3-1. That misses outside, and it's a free pass for Stacy. And the Warhawks have runners on the corners with nobody out, hoping for a better outcome than the last one, where they had runners on the corners and nobody out in the bottom of the first. They could not put a run past home plate. In steps Lily McCumber. And McCumber misses strike 1, swinging over the top of this one. 0-1 the count. Bova on deck, and then we go back to the top of the lineup. That misses, and the runner takes off, and Stacy got a real good jump. She's going to get in there standing up. 2 runners in scoring position for the Hawks. There's the 1-1. Check. Catcher's interference. McCumber tried to swing through it, hit the shoulder, the elbow of the catcher, and she's going to take her base. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Wahyougwas Bova. But here's Bova with the bases loaded, nobody out. And that'll send her to the floor. Want to know the count? And a walk is as good as a base hit here. In fact, a walk is an RBI. Got to remember that if you're these batters. The 1-0. And it's 2-0 the count on Bova. Caleb McCumber, the leadoff hitter, due up, and Chan and his father are going to talk things over on the mound. Coming up Sunday at 5 o'clock, Junior A Warhawks in action, taking on the Laval Gaulois. That'll be a 5 o'clock start over at the Field of Dreams. We'll have that for you. As the Junior Warhawks 500 on the campaign, hoping to keep the pedal to the metal. Currently 4th place in the league standings. This Warhawks team also 4th place at 4-3. Coming off of a 13-2 road win in Verdun. And now it's 3-0 on Bova with Caleb McCumber on deck. 6-0 Lachine, the pitch. And that is an RBI walk for Wahyougwas Bova, and the Warhawks are on the board. It's 6-1. And back to the top of the lineup with Caleb McCumber. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a steal. And the shift is on for Lachine.
In the hole there.
And a check swing, miss, strike one. He was kind of caught in between going full out and just holding back. And the result might not be that pretty, but still he's got 2 more strikes. The 0-1. That's inside, and it's a 1-1 count. Jersey Jacobs on deck, Roy Lahash in the hole.
Don't touch it. Get on the base. Oh.
She was going to touch it and she was going to
Okay, time to swing.
Here's the 1-1.
I see it.
Remember, if you're on the bag, don't try to touch the ball. 2-1 the count. Say that respectfully, my cousin Lily. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Caleb McCumber. And don't forget, no outs yet.
That's it. See what up?
It's now 3 balls and a strike on McCumber. And McCumber gets hit. He got hit by the pitch, and that is a run scored.
Come on, Jersey.
Pick up the bat.
And the bases are loaded, nobody out. 6-2 the score. What would be run number 5 is at first, and Lachine making a pitching change. Chan will come out, and Isaac Blandet is coming in. We're going to take a pause for the cause. 6-2 Lachine. Warhawks have put in 2 this inning. We're back at the hospital ball field. A fork in the road opportunity for the Warhawks. Down 6-2. They've put 2 across the plate this inning. Bases loaded, no one out. The number 2 hitter at bat right now, that's Jersey Jacobs facing Blandet. Oh, no. That's strike 1.
Relax, Jersey. Clean your cleats.
Roy Lahash, the number 3 batter, is on deck. Ryder McCumber, the cleanup hitter, in the hole. Here's the 0-1. And that goes to the backstop. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Four walks and a hit by pitch in this inning for the Warhawks have put 2 across. That misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. That is right down Broadway, and it's an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's the one you wanted to swing at. Let's see what happens here. The 2-2 count. And that is behind him. And we've got a full count here, 3-2. 6-2 Lachine. 2 runs in for the Warhawks this inning. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. Here's a 3-2. Hit on the rope, down the line, fair ball! 1 run scores, 2 run score. Caleb McCumber chucking his way. Caleb at third, Caleb McCumber will score. It is a 5 spot for the Warhawks, and we've got ourselves a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the second. Heading to the top of the third, it's gone from 6-0 to 6-5, and it's anyone's game as we head to the top of the third. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to the hospital ball field. 2 innings complete here, and the Pee Wee B Lachine A's on top of the Kahnawake Warhawks by a score of 6-5. Carmen Stacy in to pitch her 2nd inning of work. Here's Mateo Mirabella, 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. That was back in the 1st. Warhawks with a 5 spot in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Or 2nd inning, sorry. And that's ball 1. But remember, the Warhawks really had their backs against the wall. It was 6-0. Lachine had 1 in the inning. The bases were loaded and nobody was out. And a huge comeback there. But we're moving on to different things. It's a brand new ball game right now. And a brand new inning is this 1 hops the bag, 2-0 the count. Mirabella, Dretzian, and Chan will be the 3 batters for Lachine in this top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And it's 3-0 the count here. And that's ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk to start the top of the 3rd. Here's Dretzian stepping in. He walked back in the 1st. No official at-bats. That's roped into center, and it gets by the center fielder over, and it'll get towards the wall. There's the throw in. It gets by McCumber. Meanwhile, the runner will make his way across, and it's an inside the park home run for Dretzian, and it's 8-5 Lachine. Two runs come across, 8-5 Lachine on top. And in comes Chan, who is 1 for 1 with a single and 2 runs driven in. That's in there for strike 1. That's a good bounce back pitch right there by Stacy. As a pitcher, you really have to have a bad short-term memory. Every at-bat is different. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short, knocked down to throw to first, in time! What a play by Jersey Jacobs over at short base, at shortstop. Short base. Little tongue twister there. And a good job at first by Roy Lahash. One down here in the top of the third. Noah Shayu stepping up the bat. He walked and scored back in the second. That's upstairs, 1-0 the count. Oh no. One hops the bag, 2-0 the count. Now it's 3 balls, no strikes. One down here in the top of the third. 2 runs in for Lachine in this inning. And that's a 4-pitch free pass to Shayu here in the top of the third. And in will step Luca Marcelli. So don't forget, if you're the Warhawks defense, you got to be on top of things because the steals are back on as it's 8-5. And that'll get to the backstop, and they're sending the Shayu, and he will get into second base standing up. Jesse Lahash will make his way over to the mound. And he's going to have a conversation with his pitcher. Coming up Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock, the Junior A Warhawks will be in action hosting the Laval Gulwa. We'll have that for you over at the Field of Dreams. Coverage starting at 4:55 with the Mohawk Super Bingo pregame show. As we get back into the swing of things here, as there's going to be a lot of baseball over the next few weeks due to the numerous washouts that we've had. This one of those makeup games. So here's Marcelli, who has walked. No official at-bats. Runner on second base, and it's a 2-0 count here with 1 down in the top of the third. Hit on the ground. It'll be fielded by Lily McCumber, and she can't get it. And a runner comes across and scores. It's an RBI single for Marcelli, and it's 9-5 Lachine. As the right fielder actually came in to make that play. Back to the top of the lineup with Mills. 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Nice dig out by Abrera behind the bag. Want to know the count here, 9-5 Lachine. 3 runs in the top half of the third for the A's. Two 2-0. Here's the pitch. That'll get to the backstop, and they send the runner over to second base. And it's a steal. Here's the pitch. It on the ground to second. Day makes the stop. They throw to third, and it gets over the third baseman's head.
First base.
And runners are on second and third now. I'm very surprised they didn't send the runner home on that play. There's one down, and runners are on second and third, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. All right, so they're calling Ryder McCumber to come in. This call to the bullpen brought to you by this call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sunnyside Diner Takeout. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Sunday. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call them up 450-635-7983. Sunnyside Diner, where it's always sunny in this back to the ball game. 2 runners aboard for Lachine. 3 runs in for the A's. 1 down. Kahnawake James Day has moved to third. Stacy, who just pitched, has moved to second. And the original third baseman, Ryder McCumber, now pitching. A crucial spot here because Lachine has put up 3 runs. Those 2 lead runners, the 2 runners at scoring position, represent runs 4 and the max 5. And the number 2 hitter, Isaac Blandette, is stepping into bat right now. And if we look at the time of day, 8:06. Well, it looks like we're going to go 5 tonight.
Non, mais je sais, non, mais
9-5 Lachine leading. The A's maxed out in the first. The Warhawks went scoreless. Lachine scored 1 in the second. The Warhawks maxed out in their bottom half of the second, and Lachine has put 3 across home plate thus far in the top half of the third. Warhawks with a new pitcher in the game. That's Ryder McCumber. Their third pitcher of the game. And here comes the hitter, Isaac Blandette. No official at-bats. He has walked twice and scored a run. And he actually does have an RBI. He drew an RBI walk with the bases loaded. So 1 RBI on the game, 9-5. And that pitches misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. And this kind of situation actually not the worst for the Warhawks if you walk him, because then you load the bases, and that means there's a force at any bag. And that floats. That was a flutter ball that just kind of floated its way into the strike zone. When they're that slow, they always look good to hit, but when you swing at it, you realize laws of gravity and laws of physics would say the faster the ball comes at your bat, the faster it's going to fly off your bat. Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground to second. Lily McCumber makes it up, and she throws it past the first baseman. Runner's going home. Lahash picks it up, and that is run number 5. And the A's have scored 5. It's 11-5. We're heading into the bottom half of inning number 3. We're back at the Hospital Ball Field, bottom half of the 3rd inning. The PWB Warhawks trailing the Lachine A's by a score of 11-5. Lachine maxing out in that last inning. The Warhawks setting out Roy Lahash, Ryder McCumber, and Kahnawake James Day, the 3-4-5 hitters. So the middle of this lineup, the heart of the Kahnawake order, but a combined 0 for 3 so far today. Lahash popped out back in the bottom of the 1st inning. And Blandette misses with the pitch here. It's 1-0 the count on Day, or on Lahash, sorry. Ryder McCumber on deck. James Day in the hole. Warhawks trying to get the rally caps going, down by 6. This is the biggest lead, or tied for the biggest lead that Lachine's had in the game. And Lahash fouls this one off, and that was a very good pitch by Blandette. I mean, he threw this one fastball right down Broadway. He threw it at a speed that you'll never be able to drive down Broadway, as the pedestrians don't know how to stay out of the darn way. Here's the 1-1, and that will miss. It's 2-1 the count. Warhawks got the rally caps on, down by 6. And considering the time is 8:14, unless this inning goes 16 minutes, this game's probably going to go 5. That's ball 3, isn't it? 3-1. I know I wasn't going too nuts. That might be the biggest surprise of the day. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that misses, and Roy Lahash draws a walk, and the Warhawks have a runner aboard here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. In steps Ryder McCumber. He is 0 for 1, struck out back in the bottom of the 1st inning. And Lahash has good speed over at first base. Here's the pitch. And that misses, and they're going to send him. Lahash got a good jump, and he gets to the second base standing up, and the ball gets to the outfield. They're not going to send him. The center fielder was in close range. Good job by Lahash to hold back. He gets the second on the steal. And the Warhawks have a runner in scoring position to start this bottom half of the 3rd inning. That pitch goes down the middle. It's strike 1.
What are you doing,
11-5 Lachine leading the Warhawks. And that misses, and there's a good jump by Lahash. He almost got to third base before the third baseman did. Good jump. And now the runner's 75 feet away from home. And McCumber misses, strike 2. And it does it, James Day on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes on McCumber. It's 11-5 Lachine on top. And that misses, and we've got a full count, and the catcher got hit on the comebacker in the lower back, and there's nothing protecting it right there. Anytime you take a shot in the lower back, you definitely know it doesn't tickle. So a full count here on Ryder McCumber. 11-5 Lachine, and Kahnawake getting the rally cry going here. Runner on third, no outs. Oh!
Run it off.
Oh. As a guy who once got hit 8 times in one season, I'll say this, it hurts a lot less once you get the first. So runners on the corners here, nobody out, and in steps Onyadaze James Day. Ball 1 in the dirt, and they're going to send McCumber. And Ryder gets to second base. It's a stolen base for Ryder McCumber, and the Warhawks have 2 runners on in scoring position. A shot to the outfield here that lands on the ground would drive in 2. And that misses. Sungwai Rakwani Sabrera on deck. He has walked and scored. He's also stolen a bag. 11-5 Lachine. And that nearly plunked him. (11-5) Lachine leading. Here's the pitch. And that misses. That's ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Sungwairakwani Sabrera. And a critical juncture of this game. Sungwairakwani, or simply called Abrera, stepping into bat here with the bases loaded. No one out. That's ball 1. (11-5) Lachine, bases loaded. And that misses, ball 2. A little bit of velocity taken off of that pitch. If you're blind dead here, what you have to do is just throw one down the middle, because they're going to try to get you to throw strikes before they swing. It's 3-0. And a walk is as good as a hit right now because it would force in a run. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, and that will force in a run. An RBI walk for Sungwairakwani Sabrera. It is 11-6 Lachine. 1 run is in, and it looks like the A's, they're gonna just have a chat on the mound. It's not gonna be a full pitching change. Carmen Stacy steps into bat. He has walked. Or she has walked and scored a run. That was back in the 2nd inning. 11-6. Bases loaded, nobody out. There's something about Genuine's Pony playing in a Buick, which is something you only see in town, especially when it's a 59. Looks like a 59 or a 58. With Genuine's Pony playing in the background. There's ball 1. Want to know the count on Carmen Stacy? Actually, they have that remix to that song now. Genuine's Pony versus Britney Spears' Toxic playing at the same time. If you're from the 90s or the 2000s, you're rocking right there. Here's the 1-0. That's off the plate, 2-0 the count. Lily McCumber on deck. She reached in the 2nd inning due to catcher interference. The 2-0 to Stacy. And it's now 3-0. 11-6 Lachine on top. 1 run in for the Warhawks here in the bottom of the 3rd. That's inside. Ball 4, and that is run number 2 of this inning. That forces in a run, 11-7. Manager Chan's going to come change the pitcher, and we have a new pitcher coming in for Lachine. The first baseman. We'll take a pause for the cause and be back. 11-7, bases loaded. We're back at the hospital ball field, bottom of the 3rd inning. 11-7 Lachine, 2 runs in for the Warhawks this inning. Lily McCumber swings and misses at strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. Alexandros Dratian has stepped in Bases loaded, nobody out. And that forces Macomber off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Wahiagoas Bova on deck. She has walked and forced in an RBI, so she actually drew an RBI walk in the last time she was at the plate, which was the last inning. And it's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's strike 3, and 1 down here in the bottom half of the third. And in steps Wahiagoas Bova with the bases loaded and 1 down. Top of the lineup coming up after this. 1-0. 2 runs in for the Warhawks. Two balls, no strikes on Bova. Caleb Macomber on deck. The 2-0. That's ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count. And that is ball 4, and a run scores. Second RBI of the game for Wahiagoas Bova, 11-8. And here comes Caleb Macomber with the bases still loaded. 3 runs in this inning. It's 11-8 Lachine, 1 down. Jersey Jacobs on deck. And he swings through this one, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And that's upstairs in an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on Macomber. 11-8 Lachine leading here in the bottom of the third. That's inside and upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. That drops in the strike zone. A little flutter ball that gets in there, catching the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little flutter ball that makes its way over the plate. And now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dreadsands 3-2. That gets behind him, and that's ball 4. It's 11-9. Carmen Stacy's at third. She is the only runner that could score, though. Jersey Jacobs 2 for 2 with 3 runs driven in. 11-9 Lachine. And he swings through strike 1. He was trying to put that one in reception over at the Cattery Memorial Hospital Center. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. All you got to do is put that down the left field line. There's a lot of room on that left field line. I'm surprised Lachine's not playing him in on the switch here, on the shift. But I guess it doesn't really matter because only one Kahnawake Ronu could score here.
Oh,
and Jacob swings through strike 2. 1-2. Roy Lahash on deck.
Here it comes, baby.
And it's now 2-2.
Trick him. Throw another. Trick him.
That misses just off the inside corner, and it's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Roy Lahash on deck. But if there's a walk or a run scored here, he will not have to bat in the inning and instead would bat in the next inning. Here's the pitch. And he smokes this one! 1 run scores, and that's the only run that could score. All these other runs, unfortunately, will not count. Caleb McCumber tagged out, unfortunately, long after the 5th run had already scored. That's 5 runs.
Nice hit, Jersey!
So the Warhawks max out in the bottom of the 3rd. It's 11-10. We're headed to the top of the 4th. Welcome back to the Hospital Ball Field, the Sunnyside Diner game of the week. Sunnyside Diner, where it's always sunny in this ball game. Lachine leading by a score of 11-10 here in the U13 B division. Roy Lahash in, and he throws one right down Broadway. Nicholas Banyayatov stepping into bat. He is 1 for 2, has a 3-run home run, and has struck out. That's a little upstairs. Even count 1 ball, 1 strike. Roy actually due up to lead off the bottom half of this 4th inning. This is the open inning, folks. So the last chance to try and get something in. That's off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Jotov, Boulay, and Alexandra Hernandez, the 3 athletics due up in this inning. 11-10 Lachine. That's high. 3-1. And don't forget, if you're the Warhawks, the steals are back on. Ryder McCumber's over at first. Jacobs at short. Day at third. And now it's a ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Nicholas Banajatov. And Lachine has the lead runner aboard here. Elliot Boulay stepping into bat. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Has also scored a run. Off the plate, now you're going to send the runner. Banajatov got a good jump, and he's in at second base with a steal, standing up.
Let's go, Roy. Wave time. Wave time.
That's in there. Strike 1 from Roy Lahash. 4th pitcher the Warhawks have used today. Off the edge of the bat, fouled, and that's strike 2. 1-run game here. Lahash sets the 1-2 upstairs. And they're not going to send the runner from second to third. I'm a little surprised at that. Though I heard the first base coach telling his runner, Vanya Jotov, to head on over to third. 2-2 the count. Roy Lahash misses the plate. Outside, full count. Strike 3, 1 down. And now Alexandra Hernandez will step in. She's 0 for 2, has struck out and hit into a force back in the top of the third, or top of the second. 1 down for Lachine, a runner on second base, 1 down. 1 run separating these two. And Hernandez fouls this one off, 0-1 the count. Mateo Mirabella on deck. He has singled and walked. That's upstairs. 1-1.
Jedi!
Hit on the ground and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Alex, t'es capable.
Stacy has moved behind the plate. Caleb over at second. Bova in center. McCumber in right. Lily McCumber in right. That's upstairs. They're sending the runner. And Stacy's not even going to try it. Runner on third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit on the ground, and a good job by Hernandez staying alive. And now the 6th pitch of the at-bat is coming up.
Good, Alex. Let's go. Everywhere. Look at the ball.
Vas-y, Alex, t'es capable.
Hit on the rope to third. Day picks it up, and there's no play. That's an RBI single for Hernandez, 12-10 Lachine. And in steps Mateo Mirabella. Now we got a whistle, or a time called. No whistle. This is not hockey. Mirabella called back, but he is actually due up right now.
Let's go, man.
And Mateo skies this one into foul territory, and that's where it lands.
Good job, Matt. Come on, Maddie. You got this.
0-1 the count. And that's in the dirt. And they're sending Hernandez now. The throw to second. And Hernandez with the steal. Runner on second, 1 out. Hit on the ground. Got by Lahash. Got through to the outfield. Bova picks it up. And runners are on the corners.
Wait a minute, am I getting it officially?
We're still trying to figure out our lights situation, hoping to have the lights eventually working. Oh, and that pitch is behind him. And the runners are now on second and third for Lachine. And the lights are officially on. This is great. 2-0 the count here. Back to the action on the field rather than being on top of it. Lahash sets 12-10 Lachine. 2 runners in scoring position for the A's. That swung on and missed. Probably not something Drydesan would like to look back at. 2-1 the count. That's inside. 3 balls and a strike. Runners on second and third. First base is open. Skied foul and look out, truck. Here's the full count. That's ball 4. And the bases are loaded here for Blake Chan. He's 1 for 2. He grounded out. And the Warhawks are coming in here, trying to prevent a double play, or trying to get a double play. Ball 1. Well, I just had like a bug fly right over my head, and that's what happened to the camera. Spooked me. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's now 2-0. Roy Lahash just has to take his time, settle in here. And now it's 3-0. (12-10) Lachine. Bases loaded. That's ball 4. And the Lachine A's have taken a 13-10 lead.
Yes, sir!
RBI walk for Blake Chan. And Noah Shayu will step into bat. He's walked twice. Ball 1. And now Jesse Lahash wants timeout. As he goes talk to his pitcher. 13-10 Lachine leading. (13-10) Lachine. Bases loaded, 1 down. Shayu has not had to put a ball in play. He's walked twice and scored twice as well. Here's the pitch. That's in there, strike 1. Upstairs and away, 1-1. Looking at the Warhawks in the next inning, Roy Lahash, Ryder McCumber, and Oniadaze James Day, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, due up. That's upstairs and behind the batter. 2 balls and a strike.
Fire! Team boy!
3-1, sorry, the count. That's ball 4. And it is now 14-10 Lachine. So here comes Luca Marcelli.
And we're at 14. You got 14 to 10. 14 to 10. Six more.
That's upstairs, 1-0.
Attaboy, Roy. 14-14.
Then if we get 6 more, we get 20. But I kind of like 21.
Shut up. Let's go.
That's like 8.
Trying to play the heart.
Swung on and missed, strike 1. That's got to feel good for Lachine right there. 1-1 the count. 14-10 Lachine leading Kahnawake here. The windup. Just misses outside. 2-1 the count. Jackson Mills on deck. He's 2 for 2. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. And it's a 2-2 count on number 22. 1 down.
One more, Bobby. One more, Bobby.
Lachine trying to get to out number 2. Here's the windup. That's ball 3. And we got a full count. Strike 3, 2 down. And now with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. 14-10 Lachine. In steps Jackson Mills. He has singled, doubled, walked, and stolen 2 bases. Swung on and foul tipped. 0-1 the count, and that one, you could see the smoke coming behind it. Put a lot of heat on that one. 0-1 the count. Good job by Mills to just fight it off. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short, and it gets through to the outfield. Oh no, the 2 players are caught, and 2 runs are going to score, but that prevents, a base running blunder prevents what could have been more. It's 16-10.
16-10. Size it in. Size this. Let's go.
Again, it's the open inning, but some base running blunder prevents what could have been maybe 2 more runs that could have come in. And that's hit off the edge of the bat, hit the center. Bova knocks it down. 1 run scores, but what a play by her. Kind of just scooping the ball up on the hop. So Blanda gets the single. 7 runs in, or 6 runs in this inning, 17-10 Lachine. Strike 1. And don't forget, it's the open inning, so the next inning the Warhawks could score as many runs as possible. Strike 2, and it's 0-2 quickly here on Vanya Jotov. This is his second at-bat of the inning. He walked and scored earlier in the inning. He's also hit a home run and struck out. Here's the 0-2. Hit well into center field. over the head of Bova. She knocks it down. They throw to third. It's 18-10.
Time to let the moose show.
And that is 7 runs in the inning for the A's. And it's 18-10 Lachine. And here's Elliot Boulay, 0 for 2 on the evening. Has struck out twice and walked and scored a run.
Bravo, Alex! Super!
Remember, there's no stealing right now for Lachine because it's a 8-run lead.
Super!
Swung on and missed. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Outside, 3-1. Fouled. Oh! A comebacker right into the Lachine dugout. And that surely scared the jeepers out of a few kids down there. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning is Lahash. Got him! So the A's score 7. It's 18-10. The Warhawks need 8 to tie. We're back at the hospital ball field, and the Pee Wee B Kahnawake Warhawks have themselves some work to do, trailing 18-10 as we enter this open inning. Roy Lahash, Ryder McCumber, and Onyetaze James Day coming up against Elliot Boulay, who's in to pitch. And Lahash swinging at this. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Lahash hits this one off the edge of the bat. And nobody taking it. The throw to first. Safe at first. He beats it out. A little hesitation there between Boulay and his first baseman. So runner on first base for Ryder McCumber.
First pitch, steal second.
He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. He's also struck out. McCumber swings to this one, and they're going to send Lahash.
All right, get the pants dirty.
And you got the left-handed catcher behind the plate, which is something you don't usually see. Ryder McCumber here against Elliot Boulay. McCumber lays off the hot stuff and the high stuff. 1-1 the count. And again, the Warhawks, you can take your time here. 18-10 Lachine. Thanks for joining us here on Baby Blue Memories for this Thursday night thriller. Lachine 18, Kahnawake 10. McCumber swings ahead of this one. They send it, the runner to third, and Lahash is in there. The 1-2 now on Ryder McCumber. Here's Boulay's pitch.
Ryder, baby, Ryder.
And he gets a piece of this. There's a roller back. The throw to first is in time. Lahash scores. Macomber drives a run across. It's 18-11 A's. As Onyedikaze James Day steps in, he's grounded out and walked. He's also scored a run. Ball one. Sungwayadakwani Sabrera is on deck. And in the hole is Carmen Stacy.
It's near the wall.
2-0. The count on Day. And right now, if you're the Warhawks, you'll take every single walk that you can. Here's the 2-0. And Day goes for some high stuff. 2-1 the count. Daze not that tall. He's not going to swing at this one. It's 3-1 the count. (18-11) Lachine, 1 out here in the bottom half of the open inning. Day hits this one to third, knocked down by the third baseman. The throw gets by, and they're going to send Day to second. Onyedikaze James Day is in at second base.
14-14.
Here comes Sungwayadakwani Sabrera. Runner on second for the Warhawks. Here's the pitch. That misses the strike zone. 1-0 the count on Abrera. 18-11 Lachine A's. That's inside. Day's not going to go for the steal. Don't forget, you have the left-handed catcher behind home plate here. The 2-0. That's in there, strike one. And you know what? The hardest thing for an umpire to do is judge what happens when a flutter ball comes in there. That's why you see knuckleball. Umpires hate calling knuckleballers. Catchers hate catching knuckleballers. That misses. 3-1 the count, and Day's still not on the move. 18-11 Lachine, runner on second base. Ball four, and Abrera is on first. And the runner moving. And they got him. Oh, that's right. Ball four. And that's a potential rally killer. 2 down, and the Warhawks are down to their final out. It's Carmen Stacy. And now we're going to have a timeout called. Two down. Stacy in at the dish. She has walked twice. Ball one. And Abrera got a good jump. And Sungwayadakwani Sabrera's at second. And Stacy a little ahead of that one. Meanwhile, Abrera gets a good jump. And he's in at third. 1-1 the count at the dish. Sungwai Rakwani Sabrera gets his 4th steal of the evening. That's upstairs. And if you're the Warhawks, you just have to lay off of that high stuff here. Don't be tempted. There's no time limit on the game now, especially now that the lights are finally on. Here's the pitch. That floats in the strike zone, and the Warhawks are down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Boulay. And that's put down the line. Stop that third. The throw to first. In time. And that will do it. The Lachine A's take down the Kahnawake Warhawks by a final count of 18-11. The A's get to 2-5. The Warhawks fall to 4-4. That'll do it. Your final score: Lachine A's 18, Kahnawake Warhawks 11. I'm Brian DeBordo for Baby Blue Memories. On to Giwai.